websites or look for the link on our Facebook pages. $5,000 in car payments for a year contest and free oil changes given away from Indiana County's Ford leader, Luther Ford Lincoln, and Quick Lane Tire and Auto Center, Route 119 in Homer City.
7:15 in the morning. It is the voice of Indiana County, WCCS 101.1 FM and AM 1160. And good morning to you. Thanks so much for being with us here today. Chauncey Ross is in the studio with us this morning once more as we talk about White Township and a special outreach program that they have going. And I guess it's a week from today, isn't it?
It'll be a Tuesday from today, Tuesday, 2/22/22.
2/22/22. Our conversation brought to you by Marcus and Mack, a law firm representing injured people. As a way of review, Chauncey, what is the program all about, and where is it?
Well, this will be at the S&T Bank Arena, 7 p.m. next Tuesday evening. It'll be a fairly busy night there. Most nights are busy. This is the S&T Bank Arena schedule for that day.
Wow.
So there'll be parking, I hope.
It's a big place.
It's a hockey night. The arena is always busy. There are always things going on, but we have booked the big conference room and the meeting room for to accommodate everyone. Mm-hmm. The outreach session is a three-pronged type of thing. We want to, as a condition of a grant that the townships received for instituting a complete streets policy, which is a guide toward the overall, the comprehensive development of new streets or the renovation of old streets as time comes into ones that are accommodate and promote access to all forms of transportation. We're required to take public comment and get ideas from the folks on what other ways that would be best to make streets accessible for and convenient for pedestrians and bikers and people going to mass transit and mass transit vehicles, and ideas for traffic calming. That is a concept of slow those guys down. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So there are.
I like the way they put that too.
There are. Well, an example of that, and I know maybe this will light up light bulbs, but the bulb outs built on the sidewalks on Water Street in 50 in Indiana, they were met with mixed reaction years ago. But there are other ways of adjusting traffic to match up with the pedestrian traffic in the same area. Yeah, so we're looking for what people think would be the best ways for calming traffic, and in what places. Where would that be necessary in White Township?
Mm-hmm. We hear the complaints from time to time of people who say, they use my road as a shortcut, and man, they fly through there because they're trying to beat the light on the other side, Shelley Drive.
They need to call the township office and say, hey, you need to do this, and you need to apply for a grant to help pay for this solution to it, and that would be just great.
Yeah.
It's what a lot of the purposes are to validate the township's wishes to get some assistance in doing this, because it shouldn't be on all the out of the township's pocket.
Yeah, funds are going to be there.
They are there. They require us to demonstrate that there is a need and a want and a desire locally, and this is the opportunity for folks to do that. Mm-hmm. We have some ideas too, where we'd like to present the ideas and then get the validation before we go in and apply for grant support. Mm-hmm. And the third prong of this is that, we have a complete streets policy that is on the books and on the way. There are ideas that we'd like to go through, but we also like to hear about ideas that maybe we don't have.
Yeah. So all of that to the subject of this meeting, and again, it's next week, next Tuesday, 2/22/22.
It may be a big ask for folks to get in the car and drive out to the S&T Bank Arena if you don't have a kid playing hockey. Mm-hmm. This may not be a compelling reason to do that on a weekday winter evening. So what we want to make sure that you know today is that 2/22/22 is not the be-all, end-all of community outreach in the township and community input in this case. You can start today, and we are opening the doors to, not literally the doors, but all the avenues, all the various means of media that you might have that would be most convenient to you to express your ideas to the township.
Okay.
Maybe you like to take pen in hand or keyboard in hand, tap out an email message to us. You can write a letter and mail it, or write a letter and drop it off at the township office, or pick up the telephone and call and have a conversation on the phone. Mm-hmm. A lot of our officials at the township office, Chris, Matt, myself, Be glad to take calls, jot down the comments, put those all on the record. 2/22/22 is the day of the meeting of the the comprehensive plan steering committee, and by that being an open public meeting with a public comment period, anything logged at that time will be on the minutes and the public record of that meeting. But everything else will be logged and compiled as well and used as our support for initiatives to make the township the best place to live and work and play in Indiana County.
Will there be an opportunity for folks to see something online, resource-wise, what are some of the things that people have proposed so far? What is the township thinking right now? Will they have that opportunity?
Well, I'm glad you asked. We have a website. We have the capability of presenting all the visuals that will be displayed on 2/22/22. We'll have a giant poster size
Hold it up for
version of this, folks.
Facebook,
this is
folks.
What complete streets might look like. Some of the things that complete streets can do. A little bit of an explanation on what complete streets are and what complete streets are not. This will be fixed up here in the next week or so.
Is that your particular scrawlings on there?
It's a joint scrawling of Chris and mine, Chris Anderson, our township manager, where we have plotted out. Oh, I'm sorry, that was upside down. No, actually, this would be geography-wise. I had north on the bottom.
Oh, I understand.
North is relative. This is the S&T Bank Arena.
Okay.
And off to the back up here those are the soccer fields, the George Lennon soccer fields. Now here's an idea for a winter ice center for sledding and tobogganing and skiing and going downhill in snow.
So show that to the camera again. So
that would be
that area
in relation to the S&T Bank Arena and the soccer fields. Here's the parking area at the top and the bottom. Decide which way you want to take your sled. If you want to park at the top and go down. If you want to park at the bottom, drag it up and come back down.
Institute a mule service to do that. But that's the kind of thing that you're talking about, that folks can get their input.
This part here, too, that would be that's a hillside. It's a little wooded hillside. And if that was carved out a little bit and leveled off in various levels with a big stage covered up at the bottom of the hill, that would be an amphitheater.
You were talking about that last week.
We did. We think it would be good. We want to know if the Indiana community thinks that would be good too, and why, and what it could be used for. Because there are a lot of obvious reasons. There may be some less obvious.
By the way, as I was telling Chauncey to go ahead and show that to the camera, that's because this interview is on our Facebook page, and you can watch it right now if you'd like, or obviously in the archive. But those are some of the ideas that you're talking about, and the way that people can think about it.
Right. We'll have these posted online sometime, maybe even before the 2/22/22 event. Again, it's a great target date to promote a community outreach event, but it is not it's not just then. And again, if you still like to stand up and have your say, but 2/22/22 isn't convenient, there's 2/23/22. The next night would be the public meeting of the White Township Board of Supervisors.
Okay.
They have a public comment period. Any of the townships public meetings have a public comment period, and that's a good place and time to get on the record with ideas. Most of our I was to say, most of our volunteer board and authority and commission and committee members are on board because they have ideas, and that's why they step forward to serve the township. But they're not the only thinkers and dreamers and doers that we have.
Sure.
If you know those folks, we are here in our community. It's not that big. You are likely to know people who serve White Township and you may meet them in your daily travels. Talk with them and tell them what the ideas are. They'll bring those notes back to us, and we can move forward and act on them.
Yeah, and we were looking specifically at the White Township Recreation Complex there, but we're talking about anywhere in White Township, and it doesn't have to do with parks or green spaces. It can have to do with really anything. Your imagination for what it should be like.
Right, transportation, even essential utilities. If there's stormwater drainage issues in your neighborhood, our guys are a crack team that keeps on top of all of that. But if there's any particular reason why you think that a stormwater issue is not being addressed, please let us know. Sanitary sewage service, water service. Even today, we're still taking comments from folks, and the folks in the county are interested in this as well. Are you getting broadband? Are you getting internet service? Are you part of the grid? Where can the grid be strengthened in White Township? Those are fair game to comment on.
Very good. All right, 2/22/22. That's next Tuesday at the S&T Bank Arena for the public meeting for this purpose. However, as Chauncey said, anything really that is in a public setting for White Township, you can add to the public comment section with your comments on this particular issue. And you were going to say?
Email, text. You can text me, 724-463-4262. That spells Indiana.
There you go.
724 Indiana. I'll take text. You'll be on the public record, so know that that's subject to right to know request. We'll have there's an online survey form as well to enable our stakeholders. You don't have to be a township resident. You can be a user of township roads and services and infrastructure, and we're interested in users' input. So that online that will go public probably later today with some thought prompts as well on www.whitetownship.org.
It's good stuff. Thank you, Chauncey.
Thanks, Todd.
We appreciate it. It is the voice of Indiana County, WCCS 101.1 FM and AM 1160.